I think we can all agree that teachers are underpaid, right? I mean, there's been a crisis throughout the country this year that we have a teacher shortage, especially in states like Missouri. They've been hit incredibly hard with having a teacher shortage. So some of the teachers are finding ways to supplement their income. Like Brianna Coppage, she's 28 years old.
Oh, no.
She's a Missouri teacher who was placed on leave after they found out that she was running an OnlyFans page with her husband. She's now resigned to devote her time to porn. She said, I don't want to fight the school district. I'm just ready for peace. I knew nothing was ever going to be the same if I went back, so this was just the best option. So she was a freshman and sophomore English teacher. She told Fox News that she made close to $1 million selling adult content on OnlyFans.
Oh, wow. In how long a period of time?
She just started her account over the summer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She said, I have tens of thousands of fans now. I've far exceeded my teacher salary for the year.
No.
So Fox News looked into it. She was making about $42,000 a year as a teacher.
So this is more.
We're seeing this over and over and over, too.
Seems like it might be more.
We're seeing this a lot with teachers who are getting fired or being discovered running these side sites. I like to think of a lot of it as digital pornography, because that's essentially what it is.
Wow. Listen to you.
We've got a lot of celebrities or pseudo-celebrities that are jumping on the bandwagon, too. This made news a couple weeks ago. Carol Alt. Do you guys remember her? She was a supermodel.
Sounds familiar.
Really beautiful woman. She's 62 now. But she said she's ready to own her own image, and so she is doing this by joining OnlyFans.
Oh, man.
So after
44
years of working, she says, I don't own one of my photos. So when people say, do you have a photo I can use? She said, I have to go ask for permission from someone else. So I'm taking control of my image by joining OnlyFans. And she says she's doing tastefully done nude photos.
Oh, okay. Tasteful. If it's tasteful, then
art. It just becomes art.
Yeah. I'd be concerned that it wouldn't be tasteful. So I'm glad, I'm really comforted that she's doing it tastefully. That's great.
And
that makes it better.
A lot of these celebrities that were really big in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s are trying to capitalize on having an OnlyFans and capture the nostalgia. And, you know, a lot of young men, that was like their dream girl back in the day. So Carmen Electra, Donna D'Errico, some of these women that were on Baywatch, they've started an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's nostalgia that they're after. Yeah. I think it's more like a quick paycheck.
Well, if in a few months you can make $1 million, that's quite alluring.
Yes.
To many.
Well, and it's not just celebrities too. So this segues into my love of UFC. But there is a UFC fighter, Ailin Perez. She's new to the UFC, so she's only had about 3 professional fights. But she fought the other night, and she did a sort of celebratory twerking dance in the ring. And I think we have a clip of that, so we'll play it. You can see her. She's got her legs up against the cage.
No, honey.
Her hands on the ground.
No.
Not flat.
So...
No.
Look at my butt.
Nobody wants to see that.
She did it right in front of the commentators. So she had her backside completely facing the commentators. But she said she planned to celebrate that way if she won. She said, we practiced it because I wanted to do something different. And she said, it's one of the most common videos that my OnlyFans subscribers
Hold on. She practiced moving her butt up and down against a fence?
Yes.
That takes practice?
It's very difficult, Keith.
I mean, have you tried it?
Have you ever tried to twerk up against a fence?
Shoot, I just don't have room in there.
No, there's no room there.
Well, she said that she made $30,000 on her OnlyFans page after that.
Jeez.
Which trumps what she made winning that fight. She got paid $24,000, but she made more on her OnlyFans after doing that little dance.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
So she said, I take advantage of OnlyFans because that's where I'm making my money. She said, I was able to buy a car. And she said, anyone who wants to check out my OnlyFans, it's free. And my OnlyFans is not pornography.
No.
It is art.
See, what
a
did
great
I
point.
Just say.
It's tastefully done, right? She did it. I mean, that was a tasteful twerk, if ever I've seen one.
Yeah, that fence was like, whoa, look at all this art in my face.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I
think the fence was confused. Is this like
part of the match?
Is this Michelangelo, or is it a UFC fighter twerking right now?
Yeah.
Tough to tell.
It's hard to tell. Yeah.
Well, you may remember there was a UFC star. Her name was Paige Van Zant. So she was in the MMA industry for 6 years. She said that she made more money in 24 hours on OnlyFans than she did during the entire span of her career.
Man, oh man.
So
tells you where we are as a society and civilization, doesn't it?
100%. So while we're on the topic of UFC, so we'll stop talking about digital prostitution.
No, I wish Jeffy were here. I want to ask him. Because, we have streaming services, right? And they nickel and dime us to death because you end up getting all these different services. Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask Jeffy, maybe we'll have to do this tomorrow, how many OnlyFans memberships do you have? Because after a certain point, right, then it's just like, man, this becomes unsustainable.
Cost prohibitive, yeah.
Because how much do those cost?
So it depends. Like Paige Van Zandt, she calls herself the queen of OnlyFans. And if you've ever seen her, she is actually a very beautiful woman. Because let's be honest, some of these chicks on OnlyFans.
All I've seen of her is...
they're masculine.
They're a little rough.
Her backside up against a fence.
But Paige Van Zandt is actually very beautiful.
Okay.
Now, Chris Cruz said he looked at Ailin Perez online and was like, meh.
Nah.
No?
Not worth the $25.
Okay.
25?
Like a year or a month?
Bro.
A month? Wow.
So Paige Van Zandt charges
I don't want to hear about the economy sucking if people are retiring off of OnlyFans accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Now, how much is Paige Van Zandt charging?
Hers is only $9.99 per month. And she said she described her initial content as PG. This is how it starts. They all decide, I'm going to post some pictures of me in a bikini.
But then people demand more, right?
And she said she's now switched to more X-rated content.
Sure.
Because that's the only way to get people to stick
tasteful,
around.
Though? I hope it's tasteful.
It's just art. Just beautiful art.
Jeez.